Hello everyone! Apologies for the delay. We are essentially trying to fix... Well, we fixed it now. Maddie is going to go get some water because we've got to get some water. We were trying to fix it so that basically you guys can see between my view and Maddie's view. So that is Maddie's view over here. And then this is my view over here. So now we can actually show both things. But for some reason, and I don't have the chat up yet, so one sec. Sorry. It's January. I don't feel too bad. For some reason, the black magic device in our PC that we use to basically get video from our cameras, two of them work, one of them doesn't. So we had to use a different thing to get the video, and that wasn't working. It was a whole kerfuffle. But it's fixed now. It's fine now. Everything's okay.
That's so good.
We have our model. We have a chat. I did not sacrifice the correct route anymore. It's correct. I'm going to pop the chat there so that Maddie can see it as well. Pop myself on Do Not Disturb so I don't get any weird notifications.
I don't want to be disturbed.
I don't want to be disturbed either.
Don't disturb me.
But we're here, and we are about to teach you a secret dry brushing technique.
I'm very excited.
Passed down by masters for hundreds of years.
Wow.
I.e., we watched some YouTube videos from the people who made these brushes, and they're really good. But we were lovingly sent from a company called Artis Opus their Series D paintbrush selection, which looks like this. They are so pretty, so pretty.
Oh God.
These are like expert level brushes, but these are specifically a type of dry brush that most people have not used before because they kind of work in a different way to the dry brushing that we got taught as like standard miniature painters.
Yeah, these are very specific shapes.
Yeah.
They're like very flat and chunky.
They're sort of like compacted.
Yeah.
Almost like sort of like a makeup brush.
Yeah, these are like a makeup brush.
Yeah,
this is like a...
They're kind of compacted in. They're made for dry brushing in the standard way that you would, but also stippling. And you can kind of use them like you would... not on your face, but you can kind of use them like you would an airbrush. You can sort of like get these soft blends between multiple colours.
Which is very cool.
So we're going to try and do that. We've got some terrain. Try to spray paint it, but it is literally non-stop rain today. We can't get out of the office because it is just pouring down.
My
with
coat
rain.
is still soaking from this morning. Like, I'm going to have to go home and just in my wet coat.
So we're basically just going to have to do our first coat straight onto the plastic. But because this is, like I said, it's kind of like an airbrush, it should be okay. So bear with us. But the first thing we're going to do is say hello to everyone in the chat.
Hello.
Hello to Kirby Rawstorm, to Alex Simpkins, to Xenagil180, to Charlie Stack, to Hermit Prime, to Nate Levy, to EA122, to Josh Bunton. How are you all doing, folks? And this will be your end, which is a very prophetic but also worrying name.
Oh, this will be your end. Oh, okay.
This will be your end.
Oh. I don't want it to be my end.
Alex Simpkins says, it was serious and Will's got it a kerfuffle, which I think is good. It was serious. It was a whole thing.
But now we've got like our lovely little living room.
Yeah, we changed up the vibes a little bit, and I hope people are enjoying that.
I'm loving
because it's painting, so I wanted to have like a nice, cozy vibe.
Yeah.
This was a cross stitch sent in by a fan, which is very nice, lovely.
So cute.
That we've got hanging off of our green light, which is protecting some green light onto our background. It's good vibes, It's
good vibes.
So the first thing that we're going to do, Maddie, with these fancy Artis Opus dry brushes, thank you to Artis Opus for sending these over.
Thank you so much.
We've also got, it's been Christmas, folks. It's been Christmas. We've got all our little gifts. We've also got a massive new wet palette that was sent to us from Red Gross Red Groves Games. Sorry, they've changed their name recently. But this is a huge wet
literally the
palette.
side of. It's bigger than both of our faces combined.
This is the XL Studio one, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to try a new wet palette?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then she said, "What size do you want?" I was like, "Biggest you got," because now we don't have to like reach over the table onto this tiny little square.
We're literally sharing. It's like the perfect setup.
But yeah, so
Finally there.
big thank you to all the people who sent this out. So we've got 4 brushes, Maddie.
Yes.
4 different sizes. We've got a large, medium, small, and an extra small. The extra small is like almost like an actual brush. You know, you could almost use it like a proper brush. And then we have 3 things that are going to be helping us out with these.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
We've got, this is not sponsored by the way, these are just really cool.
We're just excited.
I specifically requested these. I was like, hey, I'd love to try these. And they sent out a kit for each of us. Because I was watching the videos that they put out on their own channel. Go give them a follow, Artis Opus on YouTube. Because they do fantastic tutorials on how to use them, how to blend, all that kind of stuff. It's really good. So, whilst we've got our brushes, we also need a few things to help out with them, which are, again, provided. So, in this little white pot, you have some soap for washing the brushes.
These soap brows.
Because unlike standard dry brushes, we don't want the paint to get like worked into the bristles on these. We have to actually be quite careful about not screwing them up because they have a very specific texture that you kind of want to keep. This is why I was so nervous about using them. So we're going to wash them off with the soap at the end, and then you kind of like you put some soap on the brush, you wet it, and then you kind of work it into your palm to work out the paint, which is kind of cool. So we'll get to that in a bit. Then
like a makeup brush.
For wetting the brush, we have our own little hydration sponge.
That's what this is.
That's what that is. So grab the biggest brush you've got.
Okay, I can't wait.
Dip the handle into the water, and then just drip some water into the hydration brush to get it wet. You don't want it super wet.
So we're dry brushing.
Because you're dry brushing. We just want it just enough so that we can control the flow of the paint.
Beautiful.
So we're not going to be dunking these into the mug at all, because that is not how these guys work.
Probably not such a big mug then.
Well, no, because we'll do some standard painting as well. Hence, we've got these all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the first thing we're going to do is we need to choose. So we've basically got 2 parts of the same piece of terrain. So these will actually go together like this. There's a big astrolabe that goes on the top, which sucks and it's horrible to build.
It looks so cool.
It looks great, but also I didn't build it properly. And then it's got like this flowing water coming out, like these little waterfalls, which is really cool. So we're going to get to that in a bit as well.
Some steps.
Excellent. Is this on? Yeah, it's on autofocus. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, Maddie.
Okay.
So the way that we're going to do this is, and so that we're both working on the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's do the stone here.
That sounds good.
Because you've got stone steps, so I'll use the stone.
Nothing but stone to go out, buddy.
So what we need to do first is we need to pick a sort of base colour.
Okay.
So with these, in the same way that we might do with a dry brush, but also you kind of do it in normal paint where you build from the darkest colour up.
Right. Okay.
So we're gonna choose like a shadow tone.
Shadow tone.
And then we'll go up in colour, blend in some white with it, get it lighter and lighter. And each time we'll be working less paint onto it. So it's kind of like, at first we'll be literally stippling paint on. Then we'll just sort of brush it so that it only gets the raised bits. Exactly. Then we'll start like properly dry brushing so it's getting barely getting on. And then the way that we control how much paint is on our brush is using this thing. So this
I like.
This is called a texture palette, and I'm not sure how well you see it on the camera. You can hear.
So nice.
This is not like a flat board. This has little cracks in it, so that when we get paint, we can see how much is coming off on edges. So we can physically test how the paint comes off when we use it.
So cool.
It's pretty cool stuff. It's pretty
I'm
cool
like
stuff.
irrationally excited. I'm trying to stay calm, but I just want to get in on it.
Full disclaimer and a massive sorry to Artis Opus. They sent us these so long ago, but we genuinely haven't done painting in so long.
Me and you scheduled to do this like on our calendar so long ago.
Yeah.
Things just kept happening.
Like it was probably summer when I got these.
Yeah.
To be
fair, we had Essen, PAX. I was out of the country for a while.
We just did not have any time.
There's a lot going on.
But it's very exciting. So here's what we're going to do. First, we need to choose our shadow tone.
Okay.
So any of the white top paints.
Shadow tone.
We're using Army Painter paints. Big thank you to those guys for sending out paints as well. We've also got loads of new Citadel colours and shades. We're stocked up.
It's got so much.
We are ready to do painting.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so we need like a dark.
I think over here is going to be where
a dark stone colour.
What's this looking like?
How about Necromancer, like a super dark grey?
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, what kind of...
Or dark stone, there you go.
Dark stone.
Perfect.
That sounds alright.
Alright,
That's what I'm
so,
looking for.
give this a little shake. Alright, so we're going to grab our paint. We're going to pop a little dollop here.
Ah, on the texture.
It's coming out light, hold on.
Oh.
Coming out super light. I'm going to get a standard brush, so just work around with it. Again, I don't want to get too much paint on these guys.
Yeah.
So I think that's
More of this.
in need of some mixing.
Dark it is by the look of it.
Okay, right, so... Have a look at the
Yeah,
chat
we
whilst I'm doing this.
haven't shaken up these paints in a long time. It's been a long time.
This will be your end says, I forgot that was my YouTube name lol. Anonymous says, sharing is caring. EA122 says, Maddie wheels, paintbrushes, fancy paintbrushes, plants, 2023 is delivering!
That's exactly my brain right now.
Habit Prime says, I don't think I've said this before, but these streams are what got me into painting. Thank you so much, Hammer. That's very lovely to hear.
Painting is
I've
so
just realised
fun.
that this light is so strong, it's like casting a shadow on my shoulder.
Oh,
Might
wow,
need to
yeah.
turn that light down, which might be why it's so blown out on the table. But that's fine.
I need a step ladder to do that.
We'll work that out.
Okay.
Right. Let's try this again. Just, yeah, there
That's
we go.
more
I think
like
there's a
it.
dollop
I
at the top that's
see.
all
Yeah,
clogged.
okay. Let's mix that.
So, yeah. That's,
Mixy.
there we
Oh,
go.
that's nice.
That's the colour we were looking for.
That's dark stone. Yeah, that's a little different than the first colour that came out.
Right. Okay, so I'm just going to get that off this brush. Oh my god, she's chomping at the bit. She can't wait.
I'm so happy!
So the first step, and normally, of course, we do like a base spray, but you can paint straight onto models. You just need to do a base coat with a brush, basically, and that's what we're going to do.
We're doing.
So we are going to grab our biggest brush, and we're going to start stippling.
Okay.
So first, we're just going to grab on the tip, just the tip, just a bit of paint,
Okay.
just sort of stacking it on the tip, and then again, we can see how that will come off by just painting onto this thing. So in this case, we're doing like our base coat, so we can actually put a fair amount on. Never get any paint on your metal bit.
Oh god.
Otherwise, your brushes will look like what
Okay,
Liv's look like currently. Shout out to Liv.
Shout out to our lovely Liv.
Okay, so now we're just going to stipple. And when you stipple, you just... It's like dotting, you know?
Okay.
So we're literally just going to go like this. Like that. And you can see what I mean when I say it's like airbrushing. Because instead of like stroking with a brush, we're just like making these little circles. Almost like you've got like a Photoshop brush, you know? Like just like a little shape. That's just going to go on like that.
This is going very nicely because I'm stippling on a little roundy bit right now.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, look at this.
And at this point, like I said, we can get a fair amount of paint on the brush because we're just base coating.
Okay. If we're sure.
I love the ASMR of this as well.
Oh, it sounds so good. I hope you guys can hear that. Should I be more aggressive? I can't hear it as much as yours.
It's coming off. It's coming off.
It's coming off.
You want it to get into the nooks and crannies for this bit because we're trying to base coat. It is a pain in the ass getting paint straight onto plastic, which hence why mostly you'd spray them, but we did not have that opportunity, unfortunately.
We kept like looking out the window. We were like looking at like different places we go. Both of my umbrellas are broken, so I didn't have that. I just walked to work and got soaking wet. So we just had nothing.
We're probably going to have to do multiple coats of this, so if we end up having to do like just a section of it, that's
I was going to
fine.
say, I might just pick a bit to do that.
Just for the sake of learning how to do
I'm
it.
going to do some... Okay, I'm going to do the front. I'm going to keep working on the front here.
How's everyone's week gone? I'm assuming everyone's back at work now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for your loss.
I'm still not, like, able to wake up, you know?
Oh yeah, my brain hasn't turned back on yet.
Yeah.
It's still mush.
The very first day, I was fine, because I was like, oh, this is new, this is different.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, 7 AM has been a real struggle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A real struggle. And I told Wheels this morning, I just turned my alarm off this morning rather than snoozing it.
Oh god, yeah.
I just turned it right off.
Great system.
So then it was 7:45, and I was like, oh.
Life hack, if your alarm's pissing you off, just turn it off.
just turn it off.
Just don't go.
And of course I don't remember doing it. I have no recollection of that happening. Shows how sleepy I was.
So you can see that, like, I genuinely think this would be a lot quicker than, what's the word?
Like just painting it.
Yeah, than standard brushstrokes, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some of the... Ooh. The only problem with terrain is no base to put it on. Get some of the colour out just so we can...
Yeah.
This one's struggling to mix a little bit. I think it's so dark. That's better. Being quite aggressive with that brush.
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
It's time to be aggressive.
I can foresee you in another life being a cheerleader, Maddie.
I would love to be a cheerleader. I would love to do gymnastics or something. All my friends were cheerleading when I was younger, and I asked to do it. My mum was like, explained like, well, I was like really young, which is why she wasn't sure. We were in like primary school, and she was like, obviously cheerleading is like
a thing.
Women dancing and like little outfits and stuff, and she was like, is this something you feel comfortable doing? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, now that you've told me
I'm
about
like
it,
8, so I don't know. But no, it's just not really a thing in the UK.
It's not.
There was a cheerleading society.
Hence why I say another life, you know.
At my university, which I thought was very...
Yeah, same. But again, I think that's like a modern...
Yeah.
Hey, we want to be cheerleaders too, you know.
But
get a couple of straight
it was all of the very cool girls at university, and just say that wasn't me.
Yeah, there was a certain class of girl who did our cheerleading kill.
That wasn't for me to do.
It wasn't the life you lived.
Ballet is my thing that's done rather than cheerleading.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's my thing.
A noble pursuit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is becoming very textured.
European cheerleading. Oh, look at this.
We haven't accidentally used
stone.
texture paint, have we?
Haven't we accidentally what?
Haven't accidentally used texture paint, have we? No,
I'm joking.
I'm joking. Don't worry.
I was just so excited, I wasn't even listening. I was just looking at my stone like, look at this.
Yeah, so this is just step one. This is just our darkest colour. Which is why it looks like so bland at the moment.
Yeah.
But basically, what we're going to do is every time we come up to do a new layer, we're going to add a little bit more white, right? Lighten it up. And we can also do, and they've got some funky tutorials on the channel that I mentioned earlier. Like, you can do like ghost terrain by having, you start with neon green and go into like neon purple or something, or the vice versa. And that, makes it look all
so
Scooby-Doo.
Cool. Oh, we should get some like...
This is genuinely really quick, because I've gone all the way around to the other side already.
Oh, well done.
I haven't done the inside, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'm doing the side that I can see, I'm afraid, so you guys are just looking at grey.
Soz.
I'll show you off on my camera in a bit.
Yeah, we can swatch over.
Right now, there's not much to see. I don't know if I'm even in the... No.
Oh, you should probably flip your LCD so you actually know where you are.
Okay. Look, this is what I've got so far. Beep, 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 beep. I'm leaning, so it's dark and shadowy.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get the back here. So, I am very much a lazy builder. Where
yes,
I'm like, oh god. First of all, I don't want to build.
Yeah, we're having a discussion. We're painters, not builders.
Yeah, 100%. I don't like building.
That's how we live.
I just don't like doing it. But then the other problem is that like, when I'm making big, complicated things, I know that the best practice is to like break it down into multiple sections so that I can like paint it easier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, can't be bothered, little baby. So
that seems like too much work.
It does seem like a lot of work. Don't you think, Maddie?
It does seem like a lot of work. Seems like way too much work.
It's like, oh god, you telling me I need to go back to building at some point? No, thank you. So I end up just building the whole thing and then just making my life a pain.
Yeah.
But I thought, one, we can share the load.
We can share the load.
Share the load. But two, I should probably fix my terrible practices. New year, new me.
That's it. New Year's resolution. Better builders.
Be better at building.
Be better builders. Less lazy. Going into all those little crooks and crannies right now.
Nooks and crannies, I mean.
Yeah, that's it.
You got criminals in your crevices.
I was gonna say crevices, and then I said nooks and crannies, so I said crooks and crannies. Am I wrong?
Have you
Yes.
heard that?
Yes, I am.
Have you heard that green text? I think it is. Where it's like I was playing soccer when I was at high school. And
Yeah.
you already know what I'm saying.
Like the guy, and he hits the ball.
Are you effing sorry?
Yeah. That's so good.
Sorry, people at home. Maddie already had it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
You don't get to hear the
You
story.
won't know. It's a secret for those who already know.
But I will say it. Basically, like, he blasted a football straight into the goalkeeper's face, and the kid, like, fell back with a nosebleed, like, having a terrible time. And he ran up, and he was just, like, completely, like, mincing his words because he was so apologetic and nervous. And he wanted to say, "Are you okay?" at the same time as wanting to say, "I'm so effing sorry." And he ended up accidentally coming over and just shouting at this kid, "Are you effing sorry?" And he just cried and ran away.
Which is honestly iconic. I love that for them.
He should have just played it off and been like, "Yeah, I'm a bad boy.
Yeah, I'm the bad boy of school soccer."
I'm like Matt Jarvis, I'm the bad boy of school soccer.
It's the kind of thing Matt would say if you're losing a ball game. Because he's the bad boy of ball games.
He is the bad boy of war games, as we've all established.
I would love Matt to turn around if he was beating me in the game and just said, "Are you effing sorry?"
Matt's a little scamp when we play games.
Matt is such a little scam, but I love it. I like playing with Matt because I can just see like the cogs turning, like when it's a new game, like he's already working things out, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh, I've already figured out the optimum strategy."
Yeah.
Soz.
And I'm just here like, I exist.
Strand of hair. There we go.
Alright.
Okay, so this isn't going to be the most well-coated base coat in the world because we did it quite quickly and we don't have a spray paint. But at this point, we've got a lot of paint on the brush.
Some stones.
So we're going to start using our soap.
Soap time.
So
God, so excited for my soap.
we're going to grab our little soap and we are going to wet the brush by just doing the tip into the mug.
Okay.
Just let it soak it up. And we're going to get a bit of soap.
I'm going to support my hand with my other arm just to be careful.
And we're going to start doing this.
Another soap.
So that is going to wash all of the stuff off of a brush. And then we can just like get rid of the excess on a paper towel. We can also paper towel our hand. Get rid of the paint. There's a lot of dark paint right now, so we should just, clear things up a little bit. Again, you're going to have messy hands, but that's painting, baby.
That is painting, baby.
Did someone say baby? Because that's painting.
Baby, that is painting.
Look at all that getting worked off. Basically, again, just using the texture of your hand to just.
I'm so
get rid of the paint.
textured.
You're a very textured person. I've always said that about you, Maddie.
Yeah.
Always said that about you.
I get that a lot.
Now, I hope I remember this right, because I haven't done this in a long time. So when I find out I've destroyed the brush forever.
No! And we're using all the bits that it came with, so I feel like it's allowed.
Yeah. Because, like, if you've ever had a dry brush before, and, like, you've used it a couple of times, and then there's just a thick coat of paint over every bristle, you know that is not the way. That is not the way.
I'm just so careful with my nice brushes. Aww.
And then to get that shape back, we can just sort of circle it until it gets back into that kind of ball end. EA122 says, idea pitch. The DB team tried different kinds of rice. That's right, a Dicebreaker stream.
Oh, I
Funny
love
you should say
rice.
that, EA122, because... And don't laugh, because she really loved it. I got Zoe a rice cooker for Christmas.
Oh, that's a great present.
Zoe loves rice.
I love rice. I would have rice with every single meal. If
How are
it
you two
wasn't
not
just
already
me.
best friends? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know.
You seem to like all the
We
exact
might be the
things.
same person.
We may be.
Kindred souls.
Right, where is the
Is this right?
tissue paper? Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Okay.
You can just sort of flatten out a little bit so it gets like a... So it's not quite as separated.
Yeah, I think it's a little wet.
But we can leave that to dry.
Oh.
We can use one of the other brushes. we go down to medium, for example. I'm just going to get some of this excess paint off my soap.
Too wet.
Too wet.
My brush is too wet.
Brush too wet. My brush is too wet with water. Can't paint with my wet brush. Okay, so.
Okay.
Moving on. So now we've got like a bit of a base
Leave that to
with
dry
our dark
there.
colour.
Okay.
So again, it's going to be a little bit difficult to see on the camera because it's so close to that original grey, but you can see that we've got like a dark brown. Maddie, if you're still doing brown, feel free to carry on. You don't have to try and keep up with me because I've got way less stuff to paint than you do.
That's true. Maybe I'll do a bit more brown then. Even though
So
I've just
what I'm
washed
going to
my
do
brush.
is...
That's fine. Just gonna...
I'll pour you out some more brown.
At least I know how to clean it now. I've
Yeah,
had a
exactly.
little practice.
Exactly. It's just a tutorial.
Just
We're
in a
learning.
tutorial.
We're just learning.
Just learning.
So now we've got that, I'm going to get a light grey.
Ooh.
And I'm going to start mixing it in. I'm not going to mix in white just yet because it's going to get a bit desaturated when I do that.
Yeah, that might be...
So I'm going to
We're
get
not there yet.
skeleton
We're not ready.
bone.
Skeleton bone.
This colour here. I'm going to use that and start blending it in. So again, we're just going to keep a standard brush on our side. On the side rather, so that we can mix these two together. So now, I can take a little chunk of brown, well a big chunk of brown at this point. Put that
Ah.
there. Little chunk of grey. Light grey.
I see.
Mix it together.
I see how it's all playing out.
Find the tone that I want, you know.
Find the tone.
A bit more brown. Be careful of where I've got paint there.
Okay.
Don't want to use that just yet. That's making a sort of middle
Touch of
grey.
nice paint.
A little bit more
Middle
brown.
grey. Perfect.
A little more brown. There we go. So that's our sort of like
That is looking nice.
slightly lighter tone than we had before. So once I've got that, and you could be like super gradual with this. I'm still learning how to do it, so we're just going to do quite a dramatic shift, I think.
Why not? Why not just...
Why the heck
Why not
not?
just go for it, you know? What's stopping us?
So now, there's a couple different ways in which you can dry brush. Specifically with these brushes, because they're rounded. The reason they're rounded is, what we're going to do next is we're going to do spiral motion dry brush.
What?
So I'm going to get the paint off of this, and instead of just going across, like this way,
Uh-huh.
in which case it would just get like edges on the left and right side. Instead
Yeah.
we're going to do like this. You can see that's going to get all the edges. Okay.
Ah.
Bit more of a general application.
That's so nice.
So I'm going to start doing that here.
That's so nice.
And again, because it's a rounded motion as well, it's not going to be quite as all-encompassing as the stippling is. Because it's not going to get as many of those little nooks and crannies in.
Yeah. Interesting. God, I can't wait till I can level up to that level. I'm still in brown.
I'm still in brown town, baby.
I'm still in brown level.
She's a brown belt.
Yeah. Can't wait till I can get to grey belt.
Such an upgrade.
Spiral grey. Do you ever do any martial arts?
So I never got any stripes or anything, but I did do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a bit.
Ooh,
Which
that's
is
fun.
Very fun. Because my brother used to live in Singapore.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not Brazil, I'm aware. But when he was over there, he found a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym that was like one of the Gracie gyms. The Gracie family are like the originators.
Oh, wow.
Because he's a very rich banker. So he can afford to do those kind of things. But basically he was like, oh, I do this thing, like, do you want to try it whilst you're here? Because I can give you a tourist pass.
Oh, dream.
You know, just like a little guest pass.
Yeah.
So I got like 2 weeks
Oh,
of doing it
amazing.
whilst I was over there, which is really cool.
So fun.
And basically, like, was like, this is sick.
Yeah.
Let's do more of it. And then
Keep
and
it
I was like, the vibes were immaculate. Like, everyone was really nice.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of like a good skill level, but not too strong, all that kind of stuff.
That's nice.
Then I come back to England.
Oh no.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to pick this up again. I want to do more of it. And I joined a club in my town where I went to uni, which is Stoke.
Everyone too good at Stoke.
No, everyone was too violent in Stoke. And I was like, oh, the vibes are off. Everyone.
Bad.
And
Bad vibes.
It wasn't just BJJ, it was like MMA. So it was all of the like try hard, I'm gonna be a bouncer when I grow up. Like knobs, basically, just like
Oh god.
desperately trying to hurt each other, and I was like, please stop, guys.
No,
Please stop.
thank you.
So yeah,
Wow.
bad vibes. Then I tried to do it in Luton.
Not fun.
Similar
Okay.
vibe. Similar vibe.
Similar vibe, okay.
A lot of like 7 foot tall Polish people just like crushing me.
Oh
Which,
no.
Again, wasn't great.
That's
Wasn't,
that's
wasn't
not
the vibe.
That's not so fun for just
You
like a
know?
fun little class.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
Well, maybe Brighton will have something better.
Yeah, I tried a Brighton class and I was like, this is definitely better than what it was, but I was just sort of like, it's
Classes
very
are-
expensive.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of time out of my week, you know.
They're a big commitment, like financially, time wise.
It's a whole thing. And I was just like, am I ready for a whole thing right now? And I wasn't.
No.
I just wasn't.
For full respect to that.
So here I am,
Here we are.
not doing a martial art.
Just ordinary men.
We're just normal men. Just normal, non-martial art,
Men.
regular men.
Oh, I can't get my brush in the little bits. Can't get my brush underneath.
You can always go down to a small size of it.
No. I want to do
Okay.
it right.
I'm sorry.
I want to
Doing
do
it right is
right.
picking the right brush size for your application.
No.
By do it right, you mean I don't want to change brush.
I don't want to. I've committed now.
So look, again, this is
Okay.
already starting to... So I've got a lot of that new colour on there, you know? There's a lot of that new colour. Is this focusing? Are you focusing?
Oh.
Just going to manufacture. So I've got a lot of that new colour on. But
Very
you can just see in the
nice.
crevices where that old colour was. Right, hopefully that should autofocus now.
Now we're getting somewhere.
There we go, that's autofocusing. I think it's trying to focus on the text, because the text is a nice hard edge that it can...
Yes. It's like, this feels good.
Yeah, I like
I know
this.
that.
This
I
feels
recognise that. That's text.
Words, I know
That's
words.
a shape I recognise. Look, can we go?
So then basically as we get to higher levels of colour, we just put less on the brush, and make it
Yeah.
a bit more of a highlight. And you end up with a nice sort of gradient that you build up over time.
That's lovely.
It's good stuff, mate. It's real good stuff.
That's real good stuff.
Also, remember you've got that little hydration pad as well, so if your brush starts to get a bit dry.
Ooh, yes,
Just
of
rehydrate.
course.
And when I say remember you've got that, what I mean is, oh, I've just remembered.
You just remember, yeah, of course. But of course.
I've actually put way too much water on that, so I'm just going to dab that off with my finger.
Too hydrated, too hydrated.
Way too hydrated over here.
Help, I'm too hydrated.
Bro is hydrated AF.
Be a little hydrated. Just a little sip.
How was your Christmas, Maddie?
My Christmas was lovely. I was just in Brighton with Oliver. I didn't go anywhere.
Did you do anything nice? Anything special?
Did we do anything nice or special?
My chat screwed up.
No. Oh no. What did we do on Christmas? I was actually ill on Christmas, so
Oh, good.
I just about made Christmas dinner and then I collapsed on the sofa all afternoon.
Are you the cook of the couple?
I am, yeah.
I am the cook of the couple.
I Were you just you on Christmas?
Yeah, just me and Zoe.
You made Christmas dinner as well?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
It was delicious.
Nice. Oh god, I love a Christmas dinner.
I literally like couldn't fit it all on the plate. It was stacked.
That's what Christmas dinner should be.
It was absolutely stacked.
You want like you eat stuff and there's other stuff underneath you didn't even realize
exactly. You uncover new levels of food.
Like an archaeological dig.
Okay.
How was your Christmas then?
It was good. Yeah, it was lovely. I had because Zoe had already bought me a present so big that you're just like that is just your present.
Yes.
And she had bought it was my one of my film cameras basically.
Oh, lovely.
And she was like, "Cool, so that's your Christmas present. You know that, right?" She's like, before you bought it, it's like you're not gonna have anything on the day. And then she was like, "Well, I got you some little things.
You
gotta have something on the day."
Unwrap. Yes. Absolutely know that.
Which is very sweet. And quite a few of her presents were stuck in post, which is great.
Oh,
one was stuck in Australia, so that was quite difficult to get to.
I ordered mine later than I normally do because I was in America for most of November and early December, and then I was jet lagged, and I was like, oh, it's Christmas. So I thought loads of Oliver's stuff was stuck in the post. So I was like, half of his stuff isn't going to arrive. So I panic. Got other stuff to replace it, and then all his other stuff arrived.
So you just were like, yeah, I really want to.
So I was like to him, I was like, look, don't try and match me because I've accidentally bought you way too many things, and I'm really sorry because I get really stressed if I feel like I haven't matched the other person, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
And I was like,
same.
I'm very sorry, and he was like, no, it's fine. And I was like, look, you're just gonna have to have extra presents. I'm so sorry.
I love buying people presents.
Me
it's
too.
Like one of my favorite things.
I love it. I love getting people little bits, thinking about them.
Got you a PP this year?
You did get me a PP! I've given him a last name as well to make him specific.
Oh, what's his PP?
His last name is Spronkles.
PP Spronkles?
He's PP Spronkles.
Yeah, no, standard.
Yeah, that's his name. He's settled in well. Mm-hmm. Oliver was a little unsure at first.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
I brought him home.
Zoe absolutely despises him.
And when I said that he was a murderer, Oliver was
Canonically, he is, though.
Oliver was like, should he go downstairs with the rest of the plush toys? And the best thing that happened was, I was like, no, we'll leave him upstairs tonight to settle in. And then I was like, then Oliver went to bed, and I was like, oh, I'll bring him down, it's fine. Like, I was like, I'll find somewhere. So I settled him on a shelf, and Oliver came upstairs and ran down. He was like, Pee-Pee's not on the sofa anymore. Where does he go? He was like so stressed, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I brought him down, I didn't tell you.
He's gone to murder all the toys. Oh, also me and Zoe almost destroyed Maddie and Oliver's relationship.
So I gave Wheels my Disney Plus login because I was like, watch Andor basically.
Yeah. Still haven't finished Andor.
Which is so fair. I still haven't finished the finale. I was away and I just haven't had a chance.
I think I've watched 3 episodes.
it's hard fitting stuff in. And so obviously Wheels and me are sharing Disney now.
Yeah.
So that was like, I gave it to you before Christmas, and then it was like Christmas holidays, me and Oliver were hanging out, and I came upstairs like after having a shower or something, and Oliver was stood by the TV in front of Disney Plus open. And on the screen was, like how you can see like a little thumbnail or something and it has like a little red bar of how much you've watched. And Muppets Christmas Carol was on the screen. And Oliver was like, when did you watch Muppets Christmas Carol without me? Like, as if like he was showing me a picture of me like cheating on him or something. Like he was like, he had to like show it off. And I was like,
fair.
I was like, I didn't. He was like, why is it on Disney Plus then? If you haven't watched it. And I was like, Wheels
like
and Zoe have my Disney Plus. And he was like, oh. I see. So you haven't watched it without me? I was like, no. So yeah, Wheels and Zoe nearly ruined my relationship.
Yeah, which is funny.
Which is very funny. God, the trust was broken that day. It's very upset.
That is the ultimate betrayal, to be fair to Oliver.
Yeah.
It is the ultimate betrayal.
Because we hadn't watched it yet. All we'd watched is Die Hard.
It upsets me that you watched Die Hard before Muppets Christmas Carol.
We all watch Die Hard and eat party food every Christmas Eve. It's our tradition.
People have died for less as Hermit Prime.
Yeah.
I
would be upset if he'd watched Muppets Christmas Carol without me. We didn't watch any other Christmas films this year.
That's literally the only one I watched. Although, no, I've started a new tradition where me and Zoe watch the video where Drew Gooden talks about Christmas mail, which is an absolute cracker. Absolute cracker. One of the worst Christmas films ever made. Never seen it in my life, but I tell you what, I have watched him talk about it.
It's called Christmas Mail?
Yeah, he's a mailman.
Oh, so not Klaus then.
It's unhinged. It's
I love that people make unhinged movies.
So it's
That's
one of those like
alive.
budget Hallmark movies, like
Yes.
more cheap and crappy than actual Hallmark.
Incredible.
But that was the vibes they were trying to capture. And essentially the story follows Matt the Christmas mailman. Matt the mailman, rather.
Matt the mailman.
Who is a single, not parent, but guardian.
Okay.
Because I think his brother died, and like now he's looking after his niece.
Right.
And sorry, there's a whole lot in this film.
I'm listening.
And he's like, so he spends a lot of his life like looking after her.
Yeah.
And she feels bad because it's like, oh, I want Matt to have a girlfriend.
Matt the
essentially.
Christmas mailman.
I want Matt the Christmas mailman to have a girlfriend. That's her motivation.
That's what children usually feel.
So yeah, her motivation is to get her uncle laid. And then
Every 8-year-old girl's Christmas dream.
and then like the plot introduces a new character to his office, who is a woman who is on special assignment from the Postmaster General to go to this like post office and answer letters from Santa pretending to be Santa.
I see.
And that's her special assignment. And they fall in love.
Uh-huh. They would.
But like it's just I'm struggling to describe the plot because the plot is so nonsensical. Like the last scene when they've had their like romantic catch moment, like where oh my god he's leaving for tour because he's a guitarist or whatever, and then like she gets a phone call from her dad.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, yeah, Dad, I don't think I'm going to be coming home for Christmas this year, with a big smile. And you hear on the phone, like, oh, ho, ho, ho. And it's like, I'm sorry, her dad is Santa Claus? Throughout the film, she talks to animals. She has, like, a special hot cocoa, like, bag that she makes hot cocoa with, because she thinks coffee is disgusting. It's just bizarre.
The Christmas Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Yeah, at one point, like, the main character, like, again, his niece sets him up with, like, this lonely widows group, and they're all, like, trying to, like, dominate him.
Oh my god!
It's bizarre. It is absolutely bizarre.
Damn.
Just, yeah, watch the YouTube video.
Okay.
It's great. It's great.
That needs to happen, clearly.
It's absolutely great.
Alright, I'm going on to the next colour now, just as you're finishing up.
Excellent. Well, it's pre-mixed for you, so go
I know.
ahead. So yeah, so now, rather than just stippling, just sort of like, you know, get a fair amount on. Coffee is disgusting, Anonymous is. Also, it doesn't do anything for me because caffeine doesn't affect me. Hasn't Mr. ADHD man.
I've been getting into matcha because
okay, interesting.
I think coffee is very strong caffeine and always leaves me with like a bad taste in my mouth. Whereas
it is gross.
matcha is very nice.
So yeah, so circle stippling. I'm not sure if you've got quite enough base coat on there, if I'm honest. It's quite thin.
I'll be honest, it's quite hard trying to get in all the little cracks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I can put more on.
Or maybe you just use that grey as your base? I don't know. But anyway, the point is, like, as you're going, you're trying not to cover everything.
Okay.
Leaving those deepest recesses with that base colour. Mine's quite sloppy. It's like, some parts are brighter than others, but it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like I should have based with a different brush and then I could have started with the dark, honestly. Because it's just a lot to do otherwise.
Yeah, it's a real pain in the arse that we weren't able to spray coat these.
Yes.
Here we are. Right, so I'm now going to take it up a notch again. So I'm going to grab a bit more of this dark brown. Which Just pour out a new bit. A bit more of the dark brown, and then a slightly more significant portion of the lighter grey. I'm going to make a much lighter colour, as you can see on my palette down here. You okay there?
Yeah. Just whether I go back in with a regular brush and just try and get a little bit more.
Could do.
Because otherwise, I just can't
Tell you what.
into these little areas. I've been. Oh, ooh, that's perfect.
XL base brush coming out.
Here we go.
Or as well, that's not quite. But there's a thing called the tank brush, which is about 4 times the size of that.
God
That you just use for
damn.
basing tanks, which is something that Warhammer sells.
Yeah, I cannot get into these little bits otherwise.
Use that.
Alright.
Just
Alright.
make sure you got a nice solid base colour, and then we can.
That's what we want.
Then we can start doing the stippling.
This stream is just me basing and Will's doing all of the other stuff. So.
At the end of the stream, I'll have a piece of terrain, and you'll have a based miniature.
Not bad for me.
Right. So again, less paint than I had last time. I'm going to go back to my big brush now that it should have dried. Let's get some of that liquid out. There we go. Alright. And then, again, I'm going to use this texture palette here, just so I know how much paint is coming off my brush when I do this. So I can just dry brush to my heart's content, knowing that I'm not going to get ridiculous amounts coming off.
Lovely. You love to see it.
And, you know, we've all done dry brushing before.
Yes.
We know the basic ins and outs.
I do. Love some dry brushing.
But, you know, just
So easy to make stuff look so much better.
think about the direction in which you're dry brushing, like which edges you want to hit as you do it.
Edges.
And then you've also got, like, you know, I'm quite hard dry brushing right now, so I'm getting a fair amount of the paint off, but you can just sort of lightly, you know, just grip the brush in a much lighter fashion.
Ooh, just do like a little tiny,
Puts a bit less
little
pressure
bit.
on it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, finally I can get all these little corners. Oh, that's so good.
Okay, this guy didn't
Doing
really
it, my
do
steps.
much in the first place. I'm going to give him a bit more. So I'm not too much brighter than the coat I had before, so I'm just going to start reapplying this layer, so I don't put quite as much on as I wanted to. That's better. A bit more evenly coated now.
Nice. That's always good.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with an even coat.
So I'm now going to start introducing some white. I'm going to start brightening this up. So not too much.
Just a little bit of white. Damn.
Just a little dollop. Because white is a powerful paint.
That it is.
Who is the DB patron saint of paint? I mean, it's got to be your boy Dunks. You know Duncan?
No.
He was like the original tutorial guy for... Well, maybe not the original, but like the most famous tutorial guy for the Warhammer Paint TV thing. But he's got his own channel now. Too thin coats. What was his little catchphrase?
Too thin coat.
He's like the Warhammer Bob Ross, you know. He's
Oh,
very
that's
very
nice.
calm voiced, nice fella.
You just want chill vibes of painting, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Chilled out experience.
There's okay, cool. I'm getting a new sheet of this. Way too much paint on my one.
Oh yeah.
My one is.
I mean,
just
I
like,
based my hand
nice.
from
Beautiful.
cleaning it.
Excellent. Good for you.
So I'm bringing that to the swimming pool later.
Put chlorine, you'll get rid of that. Don't worry.
Perfect.
Just keep refreshing the chat every now and again.
Yeah. I want to hear what people have to say.
I feel like we've gotten past the conversation of whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
You know, like, I feel like it's less, can we categorise this, and more like, do you like pineapple on pizza? you know?
Yeah.
It's just like a hotly debated thing that is actually quite subjective, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's Christmas. I love an action movie.
She loves an action movie.
Love an action movie.
What are you going to do about it?
Why would I not want to watch a Christmassy action movie?
She loves Point Break.
I love Point Break. The other thing with Point Break is you have to understand is I had such low expectations, and all of those expectations were blown out of the water. Much like Johnny Utah when he tried to surf. Main character.
What a name, though!
It's so
Johnny
good.
goddamn Utah.
This is what I mean. I had such low expectations. They come out and like the main character's called Johnny Utah. I'm like, already
I'm
interested. I'm intrigued.
Hit me up.
You made some choices and you just went for it.
They put their full P in.
Yeah, they absolutely did. We love a female director.
So again, lighter shade here. Just being cautious about how much I put on. And just getting those raised edges. Up and down on these parts, left to right on these parts.
All the angles.
All the angles.
Every possible angle has been covered.
You know, we're starting to get like a
Look
depth,
at that.
a depth of colour. How much is it visible
I was
on the
going to say,
camera?
I don't know if the camera
I've
can
got
pick up
no
how
idea.
good this looks, but it does look really good.
Difficult to tell, but you know, there you go. I'm going to cover that Artis Opus and see if that helps it focus. That was an unintentional rhyme.
Yeah, there we go.
I think it's
Just
because
a
this
shadow.
light is like all the way over here.
I'll be honest, I set the
I'll tell you
cameras
what.
up before we were sat here
Here's
ready
what,
to...
here's what I'm going to do.
Okay, here we go. Things are
I'm
happening.
going to push this up and I'm going to zoom in. It's over here where the light
Oh,
is.
yeah.
And that's a bit of a better look.
Beautiful.
So you can see I'm getting a
Beautiful.
bit of depth now. Because this is just one big circle and everything looks the same on the chair. Just difficult to tell where I've been.
Yeah, yeah, if you put it down and pick it up, you're like,
Where was I?
where was I? What was I doing? Where have I been? Oops. Painting the table.
This is why I didn't put a tablecloth on. Because I knew they would get ruined.
Yep. We need a painting cloth.
Yeah, we do.
Like, you know
A
when
big top.
little kids had those like plastic aprons for art? I need one of those really.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
I
big
feel like you
top.
should be wearing a plastic apron at all times.
I would love to wear a plastic apron at all times.
With little duckies on it.
Yeah, my little ducky.
My little ducky. That's not a reference the chat gets yet.
Oh yeah.
Folks, we have recorded the next 3 episodes of Storybreakers. Just throwing that out there so that everyone's aware. Next 3 episodes of Storybreakers have been recorded.
It's done, and oh my god, can't. Some big things are happening. Some big emotional moments.
It was quite an episode. Let's just put it that
Yeah.
way. Quite a series of episode drama.
I can believe it.
There was some.
I couldn't even I could barely focus on the outro on one of them.
Yeah.
I was just so emotional.
There was some revelations.
There were some revelations.
There was some, some big shifts in character.
Yeah.
I'm being as vague as I can here.
Yeah. Right. I don't want to say anything, but. Oof. And my little ducky.
And my
It's a
little
thing
ducky
that
was
exists
introduced.
now.
It's been made canon.
Yeah.
Because
I'm never gonna let it go.
Because Hello Ducky.
Hello Ducky.
Yeah, Hello
That's
Ducky.
it.
Because Hello Kitty doesn't exist in our world.
No, but Hello Ducky does.
Hello Ducky does.
God, I think I like Hello Kitty even more if it was Hello Ducky. And I really like Hello Kitty.
Alex Simpkins says Hunter turns out to be the big bad evil guy, right? Can you imagine?
How did you know?
No, he's a good boy.
Hunter is very good.
That was a very good boy.
We might get to see just how good.
But maybe you will see the big bad evil guy.
Oh my god.
Who could say?
Who could say?
Okay, now we're starting to get to the highlights.
It must be nice. got too much shadow. I can't even see on the inside of my stuff now. I got it. Okay. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's looking good. You just got to trust the process sometimes.
Yes. Painting is very much a trust the process thing.
I think all art, like, I was watching a video, like, it goes through that middle phase where it's not a sketch, but it's not a full work of art anymore. And you have to believe in yourself a little bit, you know? Cheesy as it sounds.
So true. You gotta believe in yourself.
That's the place to start. And I said, hey.
Hey!
What a wonderful time to paint.
Paint!
So again, don't know how well that's picking up on camera, but can you see the little highlights coming out?
Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that stone. That looks like... That's stone.
It's stone. And
That is dark stone.
Like, it's a shame that I'm next to plain grey, because I think the lack of contrast is making it difficult to tell how much has gone through it, but yeah.
To get on that water.
Oh god, yeah, I can't wait to do the water.
I can't wait for you to do the water.
Oh, we're only an hour in, so plenty of time.
Alright, nice. Plenty of time to get to the water. I might even get to do something other than basing.
Imagine that.
Can you imagine?
And because it's rock as well, like I can use that stippling effect to just add a bit of texture, you know?
Texture's everything we want.
Texture's tough to get in like flat spaces on little miniatures, you know?
It is.
But like, look at that.
Oh, that is so nice. That is
Will
some
the camera pick it
texture.
up? Oh, I think that's,
Yeah, you can see
You're
it.
really starting to see it now, the depth of colour. This is the power of dry brushing.
Yeah, it does seem like very much like an airbrush. Airbrush?
Yeah, airbrush.
Yeah.
Again, I can just sort of not hold the brush too tightly, and then it, you know, gives me a bit more control over how much is going on. Because I feel like, you know, with airbrushing, you just want to let it be slow, you know, let it be a slow process. Don't over egg it, otherwise
You're building it.
Yeah, otherwise you'll end up making those highlights just look like the main colour, which is not what they're there for.
That's what you want. Just want a little highlight.
And do you know what? I have to say, when working with stone, the stippled base coat has kind of come up trumps, because that paint, that initial base layer is dried with texture. I have to say that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
Oh man, stone.
It's all about the highlights for dry brushing, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to get like the initial layers underneath, and obviously that makes it.
Just a little.
Oof.
Just a little.
That little sprinkle of Salt Bay. Ruining Argentina's moment. Beautiful. We love it.
We love to paint.
We love to party. We love to party.
We love to party.
Okay. Apologies, it's not been on camera for a little bit whilst I've been doing detail, but look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at the texture and tone
So
difference.
beautiful.
That right there, that's stone, baby.
That is stone.
Tell me that's not stone.
I can't. I
You
can't tell
do
you
it.
that's not
You
stone, because that's
you
stone.
can't do it, Maddie.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Alright, so... Let's just bring this down a little bit, because I feel like I'm painting a little bit lower than it is. That's better. Yeah, that's a more comfortable position of painting. Okay, so... I'm going to do one last highlight layer with pretty much just white.
Nice.
So I'm going to need to get as much off the brush as possible. Just be super gentle. But we're going to go on the hardest edges.
Gentle.
And again, talking about direction of the brush, the direction in which you push it can control where it looks like the light is coming from.
Ooh.
So if you're going for like a sort of zenithal highlight, which for the uninitiated is when you go like a top down, because it's when the sun's at its zenith, then you can purposefully just go down on the hard edges, and then it gives like a sort of raised sun position.
That's knowledge. Alright, do we think I can do something else now? I think I've done enough.
Is it looking more flat? Yeah, that's perfect. It is really tough to base a model with no spray as a paint.
Yeah.
But look, it's another secret technique that you've unlocked. Man.
Yeah. Oops.
Just use that stipple just to add a little bit of texture.
Just a little bit of texture.
Oh, look at that on camera now.
Whoa! That looks so good.
Wild.
Beautiful weathered stone.
Beautiful.
That's stone, baby.
That's that, baby? That's stone.
That's stone.
Hey, baby.
I don't know what else to tell you, but that is stone.
Nobody puts stone in a corner.
You do not.
Again, I'm just going to get a bit of slip on this brush.
Be so gentle. Right. Do I move up to the next layer, or do I try a different colour to stipple over the top of this as a base?
No, I think we can start doing this there. Once you get the higher colours on, it should start just looking like a flat, colour,
Beautiful.
I think because it's contrasting with itself, it's making it look a bit more messy than it maybe is. So you're going to want to start your own thing now. So get a big dollop of dark stone, and then just mix a little bit of skeleton bone in, so that you just go like one tone higher.
Okay. Okay.
Here's a brush for you.
Thank you.
So whilst you do that,
you moving on to...
I'm going to do this big rock.
Ooh.
Which is also probably going to be a pain in the ass, but we'll get there. So for that one, I'm going to do the Necromancer Cloak. It's a bit more grey. So I'm not going to have any brown in this, so just to differentiate the arches. Yeah, there we go.
Really give it some.
Maddie, we don't need brushes in the pot.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's bad practice.
So sorry.
It's fine. You're learning.
I'm so excited to move on to the next stage.
It's a good, easy way to splay your brushes.
Ah.
Which is bad. IMO. Okay, yeah, that is just a neutral grey there.
That's a neutral grey.
Oh, that? Oh, that's a neutral grey.
Absolutely, that's a neutral grey.
This grey is not taking sides.
I've never seen such a neutral grey in my entire life.
Alright. ASMR brush education. Says Nate Levy.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've got...
Okay, I'll level with you. The colours are very similar, but that's fine.
Yes, but
But we're here now.
the base is good to have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
yes,
gonna take it
very
in a less yellowy direction, basically.
nice.
And maybe I'll bring it to a brighter, flat, like base tone, so that it's like a dark stone arch on top of a light stone base.
Ooh.
God, I do wish we had a
Yes.
That would have been
Yes, that
a
would have been
nice way to
good.
start the stream.
Would have been very nice if we could just start primed. primed and ready.
Primed and ready. But we were not. We're ready, but we're not primed.
No.
Even Bob Ross had a primed canvas before he started doing it.
I'm letting the team down.
We really are. But you know, what can you do? What can you do?
What can you do? It's raining. We have nowhere we can go outside that isn't just instantly in the rain.
Welcome to the UK in January.
Yes.
Chat, tell us a joke.
It's a joke. Make us laugh in our sad January.
Also, we haven't put the page up yet, but tomorrow, for those who miss the Among Us streams that we did over the pandemic, we are returning with a new variant on the game called Duck Duck Goose, I believe. Goose Goose Duck.
I think it is Duck Duck Goose, like the classic game.
Yeah, I didn't know if they'd changed. Oh crap! Top tip: try not to get paint on bits you've already painted. Which is like a sort of, it's free to play. It's got new stuff in it, new roles, all that kind of thing. But it is going to be Dicebreaker, Oxbox, and Eurogamer all going up against it.
Everybody.
Everybody.
And everyone involved. Yeah,
God, this grey is so similar to the actual
Oh,
plastic
wow.
colour. I'm finding
You
it
can
very
tell
difficult to
you
see where I've painted.
Yeah, especially if you're not in the, if you're in a little bit of shadow there. That's a little bit of a nightmare.
The thing is, sometimes I think I've done a good paint job, and then I take it out of the studio lights, and I can actually see it properly, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, that's not great, actually.
That.
No, it couldn't have been me.
Oopsies. Yeah, I'm struggling to see where I've done grey or not now. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Trying not to just go over the same bits.
But at the same time, you've just got a stronger base colour.
That's so true.
So true, bestie.
That's so true, bestie. Thank you. Still on the top. Got a big surface area there.
Okay. That should be relatively based. Thank you, based god.
Thank you, base gods. Much appreciated.
Right. Tough to tell, but I think I'm done. So, I'm going to pop that there, and we're going to wash this brush because, again, it's got a lot of paint on it.
Painting steps is hard.
It is. It's like,
Brushing.
it's a thing that takes a little while. It goes against your, like, impatient brain.
Yeah.
Who's like, why just did it? Why just did the next bit now? You know?
Yeah.
But you can't do that.
You can't rush it.
You can't rush it.
Painting is not something you can rush.
Well, if you want it to look good.
Yeah, that's very true.
So true, bestie.
That's so true, bestie. Good.
All right. Where's the chat? I believe I asked for a joke. Where's the joke?
Entertain us.
God, this is such
so
a
much to
one-sided
ask.
relationship, chat.
Just a little entertainment.
Anonymous says, 3-channel crossover. Just imagine all the possible tech difficulties.
No.
Yeah, it should be simple because it's. Listen, lads, video games are easy. All right.
Oh, this
Oxbox
is
and
it.
Eurogamer have no idea how easy they have it. Absolutely no
I
idea.
think this every single time we do anything.
We've got 3 4K cameras in here. You know.
We've got a
We've got 5 lights.
a video game. You're just popping that in OBS.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's just you and then the video game.
What more would you need?
We've got so much going on. There are so many variables that we have to deal with to try and make it vaguely seeable of what we're doing.
Seeable. That's
Yeah.
a technical
I was
term.
going to say watchable, but I'm like, it's always watchable.
I'm going to have a grey hand by the end of this.
Yeah, same. Really shouldn't have done this on my engagement ring hand.
Oh, Maddie!
I've avoided my ring, it's fine.
I've never looked at your ring, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it looks like a little cupcake from the side.
Yeah, it does. I can see that. Little basket.
Alright. Okay. Again, we're going to let my big brush just dry off.
Nice.
Move down to the small boy.
That's good to do. It's my drying off.
It should have dried up a little bit. Yes, it has.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a grey hand.
Mm.
That is a grey hand. Wee.
That's the hand of a professional.
Good thing I've got painter's hand soap.
Painter's hand soap. Oh!
Soap specifically for getting rid of inks and paints.
Oh, that's so good.
Things of that nature.
That's great, because I always have inks and paints on my hands and I could never get it off.
Because I got a brush paint, like a brush soap, sorry, like this. But just a general one for all of them. And it came with the soap, and I was like, oh, for my hands? For me?
Not just for my brushes.
For my little handies?
My fingies.
Alright, show us what you're up to, Maddie.
Alright. I feel like it's too dark on. I gotta hold it in like specific light.
Yeah. We could always,
I'm just shadowing it.
tell you what.
I'm shading it.
Tell you what, Maddie.
Tell
For the
me.
purposes of showing people.
Whoa. The light's coming off. Or are we getting a little light to show on it? This is the mystery. Yeah, you can't really see. It's going okay. I think it's going okay. Oh, here we go.
Hopefully that will.
Bring it a little bit closer. Okay,
Does that
I'm
help?
just trying to stay out. I'm blocking the shadow.
Also just blocking all the lights.
See?
No, that's not super good. Okay. Let's just do that.
Ooh.
There. Grey.
It's grey. It's stone.
Whenever you want to show it off, you can just turn that on.
I can turn it off. Nice.
Alright, cool. Okay. See what I mean, lads?
It's just, I think it's slow going. 'Cause I've
If
got,
we were in a
I've got
video
lot
game
to
right
do.
now, I'd just go options, brightness setting, up.
It's so easy.
DB throwing shade at the other channels, pre-game hype. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get uniform grey,
Ooh, uniform grey.
which is a lighter one. Give it a good old shake again.
So I just put this here.
Because again, we haven't used these paints in a while, so they've been
Yeah,
all separated.
yeah, we've just been sat waiting.
Lovely and separated.
Just been sat waiting for someone to use
And
them.
I'm gonna pop that on my pad. Okay, lid's gone.
You got it, Jamie, to get it.
No, it's all
You've got it.
right.
It's all good.
Pop that on my palette. Ooh.
And
We've had an accident.
And I, ooh,
A little bit of paint on my phone, but that's fine.
that's alright. Well,
Right, we've
alright,
got a
it's
joke,
my
we've got a
phone
joke,
anyway.
Maddie.
Oh, okay, here we
Okay,
go,
ready?
here we go.
How are you with
Ready.
cheesy jokes?
I like a cheesy joke.
Okay, well, here we go. Why don't cows hold a grudge?
I always feel like I need to work it out, like
Yeah,
it's a
same.
riddle.
Same.
Like,
Kind of
cows
is.
Hold a grudge. No, I'm gonna be sat here too long.
Because they always turn the other cheek.
Oh, I was just there like moo, moo, moo in my head.
Perfect, thank
I
you.
couldn't think of anything. That's much better. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Okay, so with the rocks, you can see that I'm doing like a up-down brushstroke pattern,
Ooh.
which is just giving us like very defined grey on top of the base.
Very
So I'm being a bit less gradual and being a bit more aggressive
Lovely
with
stuff.
the jump in colour, which should give us a nice differentiation between this colour and the archway. And again, this is going to be a little bit more monochrome, which would also help. I think... Sorry, I started reading a comment and my brain turned off.
He has no thoughts, actually.
What the hell am I talking about? I think with the bottom of this,
Yeah.
I can be kind of liberal about just
Yes,
being like... Because it's not going to be seen.
It's the bottom.
It's grey. Grey as grey
This
as
one-
grey.
yeah.
It's fine.
Very much so. Okay.
Again, getting a relatively large amount of paint on the brush, but still just sort of dry brushing it on. Actually, that was probably too much paint, but that's fine.
Yeah, I've had a few of those.
It's only too much paint for a little bit, and then it stops
And
being
then
that.
yeah.
What I was reading was,
Yes.
Anonymous says, I noticed that Wheels is talking about how easy it is streaming video games while sat in the studio rather than in his home office with Zoe might hear. I just want you all to know that I say that to Zoe multiple times and she's agreed. So, no worries on my end. She's like, yeah, it is easier.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the super chat, Alex Simkin,
God.
who says, random
Yeah.
true dinosaur fact.
Oh my god, please.
The largest dinosaur was larger than any other dinosaur.
Whoa!
No way. Thank you for that, Alex
It's
Simkin.
true. That's
And I appreciate
so true, bestie.
that you have a dinosaur profile picture to
Oh, that
just to marry
that sells
that.
all. Yeah.
Okay, so again, the camera is picking this up a little darker than it is. Do you know what? I'm going to try brightening the camera a little bit. But
Ooh, that's.
Let me just find where the little nubbin is.
Trying to find the nubbin from the front, that's hard.
Oh, the nubbin's right there.
Oh. Nubbin's right there. What a fool I was, and the nubbin was right there.
That's better. That's visible. Right. So now I've got that grey on. Again, we're going to start adding white. Just a little
Just
bit
a little bit.
of the white on my palette. Just a little bit. Not too much. We're going to use that. Put a sponge in there just to get some of that paint off. Make sure we've not got too much of the old colour on. Greyest hand on earth.
Yeah. I will be joining you soon. I have to wash another brush.
Yeah, and I'm going to start
Okay, so
mixing these two colours here to get a lighter grey. Now, I don't want as much paint on the brush this time,
only a little bit.
but I'm going to start going left and right on these rocks, and immediately...
Ooh. Oh, there we go. That's
You can see why.
highlight.
Getting a real dramatic look on these ones. Just let that focus.
Oh, that looks so good. We want drama.
Yeah. This is
I'm all
Warhammer,
about
goddammit.
drama. Yeah. We're all about the drama. These are cleansing.
What was it?
Aqualiths.
Cleansing Aqualith. This is a cleansing
This is
Aqualith.
a cleansing aqualith. I want to look at that and be like, I'm cleansed. One look.
I'm cleansed of all the worries I had before.
I'm not cleansed after one look. It's not a cleansing aqualith.
If anything, it's barely an Aqualith.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the less gradual.
I haven't even painted this bit.
Oh, it's the inside. No one cares about it. No one's going to see
I
that.
missed it.
Don't worry about that. The less gradual the jump between the colours, the more dramatic.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
therefore, you know, you almost get like
Dark
a
light.
sort of cartoony effect. You know, if you go
I like that.
ham.
I'm not against a cartoony effect, you know.
Which, to be honest, I think Games Workshop do kind of do on their like official models quite a bit. Like they do those sort of very hard edge painted.
Yeah, so it's almost like a drawing.
Yeah, like an outline.
Yeah.
Almost, you know.
Like it. I like it.
I like it. It's
like
great.
it.
It's
A
good
little
for me.
outline. I'm all about it.
Oh, I got a hard line over here.
I got a hard line and I'm loving it.
I'm going to get quite a bit of white. And again, getting more of that off my brush. So it's less aggressive. And just gradually building up.
So it's a gradual process.
That colour.
Just gradually
Look at
pouring
that.
stone. Oh, look at it.
Look at that. Look at all the
That's
colour.
stone.
Look at all the colour on that. All the tone.
That's beautiful
There's not a
stone.
single bit of non-monochrome paint.
Wow.
And yeah,
Wow.
so much drama, so much contrast. Beautiful
All that.
stuff. This is why I wanted these brushes. They're lovely.
Yeah.
They're really
These
lovely.
are very nice. I'm having a great time.
Excellent.
I love to do some dry brushing.
Oh, dry brushing's
That is
just like,
very
it's so
satisfying.
relaxing because it's like you're not desperately trying to fit inside the lines of something.
Yeah,
So I love,
like pretty
I
rough.
love terrain painting in general. Like
Oh,
it's just
you've got such a big surface area to just
Yeah.
go wild on.
big blobs.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
Let me lose myself in the big areas.
So now, when I look at that, you can see the difference in those two colours.
Ooh.
See the difference in tone.
You can see some of them are rocks, and some of it is stone. Big difference.
Big difference.
Get it
bro.
right.
You just made a big mistake. Huge. Because you thought that rocks and stone were the same thing.
Luckily, me and Wills are here to put you right. That's what the stream is all about.
Yeah, we're going to get loads of colour off of that, and then just do a final white, which is going to be just the tippy tops of the rocks.
The tippy tops. The tippy tops of the rocks.
And by going to the tippy tops of the rocks, again, we get that sort of zenithal highlight.
Ooh. Oh, lovely. It's very zenithal of you, Wheels.
I'm not just zen, I'm zenithal.
Zenithal.
Because I'm at the white as well, I can just sort of top up any bits that I missed
Oh, nice.
in the original
Oh
model.
yeah, now it's dried off a little bit. Let's see what it's looking like.
Actually, I'm going to do a little bit more white on the palette. Anonymous says, why do all the why do all the rich Russians use Macs? They're really scared of Windows. They're really scared of Windows. They're really scared of. Is that like a Russian Revolution
That's
joke?
lost on me.
I'm sorry, you assumed that we have any kind
You
of
might
culture.
Have to please explain. I would love to understand what I'm missing out on.
Did they get thrown out of Windows a lot? Is that like a?
Is that a thing?
Is that a regular occurrence
No.
in Russia? Do let us
I read a
know.
couple of Russian fantasy novels, but that's all I have to go on really.
Now, when you say fantasy novels, how much bonking were in these novels?
In these ones, not a lot actually. I read a wide variety of fantasy, and some of it has got bonking in it. Yes.
Yeah. A significant amount.
A significant amount of the ones I read.
No, of bonking.
Oh yes.
In said novels.
Yes. Some great books.
Do you know what? I even reckon
Uh-huh.
if you were super lazy and you've got a dry brush,
Yeah.
you could probably get like plastic rocks, put them together, and not even bother base coating them and just dry brushing white on them. I reckon you could probably get away with that.
Damn.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
So much difference in
Oh my God,
contrast.
that looks so good.
Gonna get a little bit of these bottom rocks here. Not too much, just so they're not as bright as the top rocks.
As bright as the top rocks, because that's where the light's going.
Indeed.
The
Maddie, you do
lights.
pick up quick.
Thank you. This is my second lesson of the day.
Yeah, she's a fast learner.
I've been learning a lot today. It's
She
been a day
learned
of
about graphic
learning.
design.
I did learn about graphic design.
Now she's learning about painting.
My creative learnings today. Got any nice fun plans this evening?
I'm going to be watching AW Dynamite.
Ah, of course.
Because
What else?
it broadcasted last night at 1 a.m. because it's American.
Is that every week?
Yeah, every Wednesday and every Friday. So we
I was
watch it
gonna
the
say, I
day
feel like that
after.
happens a lot after a stream. You're like, I can't look at social media because I don't want to see any spoilers.
Oh no, it's awful. Like, it's like, I love being on Twitter, but I can't be on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because I follow all the wrestling Twitter things.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, they're just going to talk about what happened
That's
last
just
night.
everyone's gonna say. I have a friend who
No.
I know it's really hard to believe. When Game of Thrones is coming out, they would stay up and watch it at the release time in like America, which is pretty wild. House of Dragon has obviously come out.
Yeah.
That came out on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
They would stay up till 3 a.m. to
Oh.
watch it on a Sunday night before Monday, which is such dedication. And I was like, I can't believe you do that.
It's not even that good, is it, House of Dragon? I'm not sure I would put that much
No.
effort into something like that.
Like, I can understand it if it's like the finale or something,
Yeah.
and it's not a work day.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's the kind of dedication you could have, Wheels.
Look at the TV, Maddie. Look
Whoa!
at that. We haven't even done the blue water
That's
yet.
amazing.
Should we start into blue
I
water?
love those rocks. Oh, please.
Yeah, the rocks are very
As soon
cool.
as we get into pastel colours,
She's in.
my eyes are...
Oh,
Tink!
hello.
Tink!
Good afternoon.
I see some... That's my awooga moment.
Oh, woo, girl.
Oh, pastel colour? Awooga! God, I love it. I was telling Wheels earlier that I got into Warhammer and I was like, I am gonna do what I know, what I shouldn't, because it's what everyone said girls will do. But I just want to paint everything purple and pink, and I have no problems with it. I've embraced the fact that I actually just love that, and that's what I want to do with everything. So
Nate Levy's like, oh, Wheels, do I have something to tell you about last night's AEW? What happened was, and I was like, no! You wouldn't do that to me, would you, Nate? You wouldn't do that to me. Okay.
I wouldn't do this.
I've got a gorgeous deep blue.
Oh my god, here we go.
Look, it's been a lot of grey on this palette so far.
It has.
It has been a lot of grey
It's
so
been very
far.
exciting, but it has been a lot of grey.
How's yours coming along, Maddie? We'll do a little
I'll be
transition.
Let's get this little light on. Let's get the light on.
This
I'll be
is the
honest,
light
I
of
feel
yours.
like I can't see that well, but like I think it's because I've just got light grey on dark grey. You can see that.
You probably want to put the light coming back towards you, so that yeah, there you go.
Let's get closer.
I think the first couple steps,
I
you'll be
think-
like, I'm struggling to see the
Yeah.
difference.
Because I think now I've done so much of it, I think you can't tell the difference anymore. Like the very first brush stroke I put down, I was like, oh wow, this is different. Whereas now I'm like, this all just looks the
It
same.
might be the fact that you've put too much of the new colour on, and it's like washed over all of the old colour. Do you know what I mean?
you can definitely see the difference. I mean, I just want to make sure I've done all of it is my main problem. But I am excited to get to the next stage now, because I think I'm pretty much there. I think I'm ready for it.
Nice. BMD Nerd says, I'm glad I don't follow too many UK people on Twitter, because we get some of yours period shows months later on PBS, lol.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would be annoying.
It always cracks me up that, like, for example, so many Americans are into, like, Doctor Who. You know?
Yeah.
That cracks me up. That is hilarious. Or, like, Sherlock.
Oh my
That's so funny.
God, I
'Cause,
remember
like-
Doctor Who lock days.
Yeah. Whilst I am aware that like it's a very popular show, it's also just like a goofy little BBC drama, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like a HBO prestige TV.
Yeah, it's like what we're getting from you guys is like, yeah, big budget, big stuff, and we're like, look at this thing we made out of cardboard boxes and egg boxes.
It's made by a tough.
No, why
That's
is
our contribution to the earth.
Why is that all our contributions at the moment? Like, can
know.
we just get something else going on at the moment?
Turf Island. That's where we live.
Get off! I want to like my country.
Imagine that.
Let me like it.
Oh.
Guess I really got to get back into learning French.
Apparently we're getting a bit of an echo, but I don't know. It
Oh.
might just be from the cameras or something. I'll go have a look, because we've still got 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So sorry, I hope that hasn't been going on for long. An echo, you say?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got one of the cameras coming in.
Sorry, folks, we have two mics going. Ugh.
Alright,
The
time to soak.
cameras are all recording audio internally, so
Oh no.
one of those has accidentally been picked up by
Oh
OBS.
no.
But it's fine.
It's the last thing we want.
It's fine.
Oh, it's fixed now. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, cheers.
Right.
I remember doing a Twitch stream, and like I was like, "Oh, guys, look, new VR headset," and I was like doing crazy things on it. It's like that's so
That's
cool. And then like I came off the headset and looked at OBS and realised the audio wasn't playing.
Oh.
And I was like, "Why didn't anyone say anything?" And they were like, "Oh, were we supposed to know that there was audio playing?" I was like, "Yeah, of course you want audio."
What did you... Hi guys, welcome to my stream. There's no audio.
This is a silent experience.
Silent stream. Oh, the paint is drying on my hands, and I hate the feel of dry things on my hands.
Very crusty.
Ooh, it's fine.
It's fine, Maddie. Don't worry about it.
It's
It's fine.
fine. It's so annoying because it's like this. I really like obviously painting, which gets dry up in your hand. I love doing clay. Yeah, I did a little members video about me making a little clay
Yeah,
thing.
you
But
did.
that also, I hate the feel.
Oh no, clay is horrible on your hands.
So I'm like, why can't my hobbies just be nice to me?
BMD Nerd, I don't really stream on Twitch anymore, I'm afraid, but you follow me on Twitter at KUBE Whelan, Cube Whelan. That's where I
Always
post all
post some
my
fun stuff on there.
yeah, all my personal stuff. Photos,
Right.
art, games.
Lots of very nice photos.
So much stuff going on.
Oh, look at that blue. Look at the blue.
Again, wish this was base coated, but what are you gonna do?
Yes. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
It's
Kind of using this like a brush right now, which I probably shouldn't be, but just gonna wash that off.
Do you want this brush?
Yeah, I need the max scale.
To the max. Scale to the max. Alright, I've done my base. I've done darkish grey. What am I doing now? Like
So each
grey, white?
time, each time just add a little bit more.
Okay.
So what did
Oh, yeah.
you? Because I added skeleton bone.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think now that you've done. So for example, like if we were doing it very simply with just a few steps, you'd start with the first coat.
Yeah.
Then you'd get a secondary lighter coat of paint and mix them together.
Okay.
Then you would do
I've done
just
that.
the lighter coat. Then you
Okay,
would
then.
mix that with a lighter colour, so you can just do gradually step between them. I think with this one, so get a big splodge of that,
Okay.
and instead of adding a little bit of that to the dark colour, add a little bit of the dark colour to
dark
that, and then just go straight in
Nice.
skeleton mode if you want.
Okay. Skeleton bone.
The bones of skeletons.
Time for me to skeleton bone.
So many tissue papers.
Skeleton bone.
Chat, you may notice that at no point during this stream have I run desperately to the toilet. My new meds may have fixed my stomach.
Are they working well? I was going to ask you about this.
I had spicy sausage pizza last night, and I feel absolutely fine.
No way! That's so good.
Shout out to my GP.
So happy for you.
Who I
That's-
finally told about it.
Yeah, yeah, this is it. It's one of those things where it's like, sometimes you don't realise there are ways to fix stuff. You're like, this just seems like it's a normal problem that, like, it's just a problem for some people.
Yeah.
And you chat to GP and they're like, no, you don't have to live like this.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
And then sometimes you're like, I know there are ways to fix it, and your GP's like, sorry, mate, no.
Yeah. Actually, no, you do just have to live like that.
Because at the same time, I was like, can I have a vasectomy, please? And they went, no, you're not old enough. It's like, what does that mean?
I could have told you that. Not gonna happen.
Sucks.
How old do you have to be? You have to, like...
I think they said under 30, it's basically a no.
Okay.
And then after that, maybe.
I think it's still one of those things that's like... It's kind of like how if they can decide, which is always really hard.
It's very backwards. But again, it's just like whenever it comes to reproductive things,
discretion whether they
doctors in control of your body.
Yeah.
I'm sure that is much more of a problem for you than it is for me, unfortunately. As a woman, I mean, not you.
Yeah. No, I know.
Ugh.
Absolutely is.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's all happening.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my gods.
Oh my god, Coca-Cola, yippee! Okay, that's running clear now.
It doesn't remind me to ring the doctor after that.
Well, there you go. Look.
Exact conversation.
Look at all of the paint-soaked tissue that they've
no.
used. Oh my god. Alright, okay. Ooh. I'm just getting overexcited, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, I want to get blue done. Let's do blue.
Oh, that's too much.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm finally using the wet palette that I set up.
Yay!
Imagine that.
It's happening.
The wet palette is coming out. Thank you for the free wet palette.
Thank you.
Okay. We're basing.
Oh no, it keeps being too much.
We be basing. Keeps being too much.
Yeah, I keep thinking I've got enough off and then I haven't.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Just again though, don't work it in. Just
Okay.
you know, gently, and then you can control it with more than just the amount of paint on brush.
Okay.
The technique can do it as well.
Be gentle.
Be soft.
Be gentle.
Be calm.
Oh my god, it's still too much pain.
So yeah, look up Artis Opus, wherever you want to buy their brushes, or if you want to see their tutorials on YouTube.
And they've got other brushes than the dry brushes. They got all sorts going on.
Yeah, they just do in general like luxury brushes. I will say, because again we're not sponsored by them, but Army Painter have made a budget version of the brushes we're using. So if you are,
There are options.
yeah, if you are not willing to spend that much on them, you want a bit more of a cheapo option, then I've never used them before, but I'm sure that they're just as good. Just a little bit less plush. These do come in a beautiful wooden box though, so.
So nice.
God, I'm so excited for this bit. I know that there's not much time left on the stream, so I'm just like, come
Just
on.
want to see it. Just want to see
I just want
it.
to do the blue.
We want the cleansing.
We haven't done the colour yet. I want to see the colour.
Yeah, doing a whole stream where it's just grey is. I'm very sorry. We should have done something more bright and colourful for everybody.
Damn, it looks good though.
It does look good. I've never seen better looking rocks. You know,
Yeah, look at that.
maybe grey, but it's a
And it,
very good looking grey.
Oh, I'm on your.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Look at those rocks, especially with the blue next to them now.
Oh yeah.
Look
So
at that.
nice.
Look at
They're
that.
so
Textured.
like crunchy.
Crunchy blues. Crunchy like a mom.
Yeah. Just feel like I could, cut myself on those rocks.
Maddie, you okay?
Yeah, like, I mean, they look so sharp. I don't want to.
We can talk about.
It's not my fault. If I fell on those rocks, I'm having a bad time.
Yeah, you would. Bad rocks to fall on, that's for sure.
Bad rocks to be falling on.
Again, this walk would be a lot easier if I didn't have to build a bloody arch over it, but
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the arch upon the
fine.
water.
It's fine.
It's cool. It's so fine.
It's like so fine.
It's
Don't
like
even
it's
worry about
it's
it.
so fine. Yeah, don't even
Chill, bro.
think about it. It's
chill.
so fine.
Yeah, it's not the cleanest base coat, but that's fine.
Welcome to the club.
Okay. This was just the priming stream to get us ready for the colour painting stream. I will say I've had a great time.
Yeah, me too.
So, you know,
I've
we'll be
learned
back.
a lot with the brushes.
Apologise for all of our people who love painting streams that have been missing them. But
Yeah, we've been missing it. I'm excited to be back doing some painting.
I would imagine it would mainly be me and Maddie. I don't think Liv likes painting that much. But we will check with
I
her.
love painting.
We'll see. But it's a lot of pressure, you know?
It is a lot of pressure.
You're on camera. Everyone's
Luckily-
expecting you to be good, you know?
Luckily, I don't have that worry because I'm like, I know I'm not on your level. I know I'm still very much a beginner. So I'm like, I'm just here to have fun. So, which you can tell from what I've done so far.
Oh,
If I
so
get
much
like
paint on
one
the
little
stem
bit that
on my
looks good,
hand.
I'm like, this is,
You've done
I'm
it.
happy.
Okay. Now I've done the blue. I'm going to go up to... I'm actually going to just use the next paint tone,
Ooh.
which is ultramarine blue. So I'm going from that blue to that blue.
I see. It's a little bit brighter blue.
Deep blue to a slightly deep, lighter blue. Red, blue, blue, blue.
Bee-dee-boo.
Words.
Bee-dee-boo-boo-boo. Bee-dee-bee-bee-boo-boo. Bee-boo-boo.
Because it's already quite dark anyway, because
It
of the
is,
fact that
yeah.
it's gone on top of the grey,
Yes, this is true.
which should be fine. So much paint on my phone screen. Oh my god.
Oh no!
We'll get a full wipe when we get back. Ah! It doesn't want to stand up. It doesn't want to stand up. It's fine. It's okay. You don't have to. It's alright.
Again, I've got such an old crusty phone, so... And this is part of the
You're just living life. You don't
Yeah.
care. You're fine. Alright. Okay. New light blue.
It's no problem if I get a new phone, then I'll be worried about it. And
Yeah.
I enjoy not worrying about it right now.
You don't want that in your life.
But I did just get a text from EE the other day that was like,
Hey.
you're not on contract. Could be upgrading. And I was like, my phone is dying by lunchtime right now. So,
Oh wow. That beautiful battery life.
yeah. That beautiful Apple battery life.
Oh god, yeah, you got an iPhone as well.
Yes, I do.
Soz. that
And when did I...
what's
did
the
I get
word?
it?
Artificial
Yeah, like
thingamajig.
built-in badness or whatever.
Yeah. They're just like, yep, self-destruct mode activated. Look
I've
how
had it.
grey the water is in the mug, by the way.
Oh, let's get some fun in there. Let's get some fun in that little mug.
Let's blew it up.
Yes.
Ooh. What happened to the mug? I blew it up.
Wheels. No. The mug.
Okay. How's that dried? Yeah, probably. Okay, so let's get... I'm going to use the second sized one. Which... see, they do dry nicely when you use that soap.
Oh, that is nice.
That's had so much paint on it.
clean. That's had grey, like dark grey on it.
This
Now
is
that
your-
clean.
This is your planned obsolescence, thank you. It's such a...
That's it.
It's a great phrase, but it is tricky to remember.
Yeah, better than built-in bad, which is
Built-
which is the layman's that I gave.
You know,
Oh,
built-in bad as the
it's
pros
just
call
built-in
it.
bad.
But yeah, no, this is your sign to grab some paint soap. Look after your brushes, gang. Okay.
My only problem with dry brushing is like the fact that when I brush it on, it's wrong, and then it's nice in the middle, and then there's nothing, and then it's not good enough anymore. So it's like there's such a small section of time when it's working out for me.
Oh, you mean like where you can visibly see the goodness?
Yeah. Whereas like first it's coming on too much, and then it's not coming on enough, and then that's it. It's hard.
Hard to say.
It's hard. I'm very articulate, so, you know, I'm getting my point across really well.
This woman writes scripts, okay? Get off her back.
Yeah, if you give me like an hour, I'd have great things to say about it. You give me an hour and...
I have a live wording.
I'm not... I'm a thinker. I'm a sit and think kind of person.
No problem with that. Okay. Right, so I've gone over that darker blue with a little bit lighter blue, so you can see that's the new blue, and that's the old blue.
Boo! Boring old blue.
Bright.
I hate old blue.
And I've done like a pretty liberal coat with the new blue, so that like most of the dark blue underneath is probably not very visible, but that's fine because we're going to be building up on top of it. Like I said, it was just a base colour, you know.
Space colour.
Base colour, bro.
Don't worry about it.
Chill, bro. It's just base colour.
Whoa,
dude.
Base colour.
It's just a base colour. Calm down.
Oh, please. God damn.
Oh god, it's a very important skill. Running a team of video producers to find people who are as dumb as you are, you know, who like the same dumb ass jokes. Very important.
I don't know how it happened, but we've all been matched perfectly. Oh, I forgot I messed up over there. Let's not look at that bit. Let's look at the bits.
Which bit?
Don't look.
Don't look.
Don't
what did you do?
look. Oh, just there. I need to go over it. The first bit I put down, I was like, oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
You can always go in with a regular brush. And
Yeah, I
just
think
clean
I
up
will,
that.
because it's just those little bits.
Tell you what, if you don't like your hands being dirty, this is not the technique for you.
No.
Because my hands are absolutely caked in paint.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely caked.
Oh, yeah, you best believe they are.
You know what cracks me up, Maddie?
Yeah.
You know on TikTok,
Yes.
where you've been scrolling for a while and you get that like TikTok where it's like, goodness gracious, and it's like, hey, you've been on here for a while.
I think it's exactly when you've been on there for an hour I've worked on.
Oh, really?
'Cause I've seen it so many times. I'm like, oh, I've been on here an hour.
But like, surely they should look at that and go, maybe we should make this less addictive. You know?
Yeah, if you're having to put that and then I'm going, I don't care, and then still scrolling, then that's on you.
Yeah. At what point is it not my fault anymore? I think at that point, you know?
TikTok is just so good.
It is real good.
For so long, I was like, TikTok is just for like the teens.
Yeah. No, I was completely off.
What was the
idea.
thing that like got you to go onto it?
Well, so my old roommate Jake, who used to work here, he like briefly had an idea for a podcast with Astrid, who also used to work here, where they would like get someone on who's never used TikTok before, and then just sort of like get them to go through it and say like how their algorithm has changed and stuff, and like studying the way in which the algorithm works for them.
It is very interesting. I would love to know more.
And then eventually he was just like, honestly, you got to train it for a while. So at the start, yeah, it will just be like 10-year-old girls doing dances, and you're like, not for me.
Yeah. You
But
just gotta
you keep
trust
at
the
it.
process.
Trust the process, just like this. You know, you just got to keep at it.
Mine was that I watched loads of cottagecore compilations on YouTube. And
Oh
then-
yeah, also I'd seen loads of Twitter, like, this is the
Yeah,
next TikTok,
eventually
and I'm
you're like, oh,
okay,
this is so
these are
good.
pretty funny. You know?
Eventually I was like, if I've watched enough cottagecore compilation on YouTube, I could just go and find my own cottagecore content.
Yeah.
So
You could just search the words cottagecore.
yeah, and I
on TikTok.
did, and I was like, whoa, make my own compilations, and then now I barely get any cottagecore stuff, and it makes me very sad.
There was also a point where, like, Zoe used to be an Instagram girly, and I was on TikTok. And, like, I was like, you should just get TikTok. And she was
I
like...
tell everyone I know to get TikTok.
And she was like, no, I just, like, Instagram's fine. And then she'd show
Yeah.
me her Instagram, and it was just TikToks that had been reposted on Instagram. I was like...
You could have
what-
this, but better.
Yeah, imagine if you had this, but you could actually
You were in
decide the content you were
control.
watching. And it wasn't Instagram, which is one of the worst social media platforms on earth.
Instagram really just
It sucks.
fell from grace very quickly.
I think part of it was just being owned by Facebook. That's
Yes.
probably why.
Much like Facebook fell
Yeah.
from grace.
But yeah, eventually she made the kick, and now I'll every now and again, when I've not been looking at my phone for a while, to see that I've got 40 DMs from Zoe because she's been vibing.
I love it.
She's been vibing.
There's nothing I love more when someone I know sends me a TikTok. I don't have that many friends that use TikTok.
Is it just me and Zoe?
It's you and Zoe that, like, I think my friend Alan uses it, which is, I mean, me and Alan just have a lot in common, so we essentially are a lot of the same stuff, but... Yeah, I'm like, who else do I mean, I send people a lot of TikToks. I don't have that many people that are on TikTok sending me direct TikToks from there.
One of the most hilarious, like, ways in which you can feel betrayal is when you send someone a TikTok DM and then they DM it to you, like, later in the day, and it's like, wow, you would have seen this already if you'd watched my DMs.
This is why I always check what someone has sent me before I send it to them. Because, like, quite often, like, I'll be scrolling TikTok and then I'm like, oh, I haven't checked what people sent me, and, like, one of my New Year's resolutions was to be better at replying to people, because I'm very bad at it.
You are quite slow. Not in a way where I'm like, wow, Maddie hates me, I guess. Just in a way where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that message that I sent you, like, 2 days ago.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
It's a New Year's resolution.
I respect people's, boundaries from technology,
I appreciate that. I just, like... I mean, you know, I do, like, RPGs every single night. So, I get home from work, I have an hour to cook dinner and eat dinner, and then I'm into RPGs till 10 p.m.
Just straight into Fantasy Labs.
And then from 10 p.m. till 11, I'm, like, getting ready for bed and reading, and then I'm out. So it's, like, my time for replying, because I feel like I need to, like, think of something good to say.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that always takes me time, and I'm like, if I'm tired, I have nothing good to say.
Maddie, I'm going to be perfectly reasonable with you here and just say that if you just reply, I'll be like, sick.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah. No, sometimes I send people, I'm like, you don't need to reply to this, you can just watch it, and, like, that's all I need. I just wanted to show you.
Just like, ha ha ha, or OMG, or...
Love this.
That's
my class. That's my go-to. Love this. Big
all
fan.
Good. All good.
Good. So we're learning so many things.
Yeah. This has been a healing experience for everyone.
Learning how to talk to people.
Learning how to interact on social media.
One day, I'll be a fully fledged human being. I'll be doing it all.
Okay. See, I'm starting getting a bit of...
Ooh, oh my god, look at it.
Getting a little bit of variation in the
colours. Look at that texture.
It's coming along.
Oh, beautiful.
It's coming along. And with this, on the water, you can see that, like, at the top it's quite thick, and then as it sort of, like, thins out towards the bottom.
Yeah.
That's, like, obviously when you look at waves, you'll see, like, the most, like, tumultuous parts of the water will be the lightest, because it's where it's getting frothy and white from the thing, so I can, like, I can focus all of the colour down onto the more...
To the frothy bits.
More frothy bits, yeah.
You'd see the white horses.
The white horses?
Yeah, it's like the white bits of waves crashing. Cool. Have you ever heard that? White horses?
White horses? No, I haven't.
This is one of those times where I'm like, is this a real thing or did my family make this up?
Yeah.
Because Oliver is convinced, right, you know when you have a sock, and you pull a bit of the sock off so you've got a bit on the end, and it's like loose at the end, so it's not fully on.
Okay.
He's convinced that's called a nidnod.
Oh no, but he's from up north, where they just made up their own language.
I've googled it so many times because he's like, no, it's real. Loads of people say it, and I'm like, I just don't think that's true.
Loads of people say it, but none of those people know what a computer is.
Maybe
so
that's
won't be able
true.
to find it.
That is very much to his upbringing.
Yeah.
Northern people have so many words and sayings. Like, Oliver has a saying for every situation. I've known Oliver for 8 years, and
He's
literally
still
like
coming up with anything.
Last week he'll be like, oh, looks black over Bill's mother's, and I'm like, what are you saying? I'm like, what?
I think I've heard variations of that. I haven't heard that exact one.
He's like, yeah, it looks rainy outside. I'm like, okay.
Looks black over Bill's mother's.
Like, it's been rainy so many times over the 8 years we've been together, and I've never seen that.
That is incredible. I love that for him.
Yeah, me too. You know? There's still so many surprises in our relationship, even after all these years.
Like when you watched Muppets Christmas Carol with
Christmas Carol without him. It literally felt like he was confronting me about cheating. It was like all of the, like, everything you would have, like, you have the screenshot, you stand there, you, like, ask the question first, and then you present the evidence. Like, he was ready.
Yeah.
He was hurt.
He had you. He had you cornered.
Hurting. Yeah.
And, you know, fair play to him.
For all of us.
It's a traumatic experience to go through.
I
What
would
are you
be
up to tonight,
equally
Maddie?
sad.
What's the plan tonight? You playing an RPG by any chance?
We were going to. We're going to start the new campaign that I'm running tonight, but we're pushing it back a week because we all got really excited on session 0 on Monday. We're like, let's just play this week, and then everyone was like, actually, no, let's be real. Like, there's a reason we didn't book it in for this week, and we're playing next week. So I'm gonna go home, use a Christmas bath bomb, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Play some Witcher 3.
Wait, hold on. You telling me you're free and we're not playing a miniatures game? God, wow.
I know.
Rude.
It's like I'm playing, but it's like my one night this week I'm not playing an RPG. So I'm playing Vassan tomorrow night.
Well,
So
do you think there's a way that you could solve that situation?
I just don't think there is.
If only there was something you could do.
What could I do, Wheels?
I don't know. Like
What,
maybe
miss out on the RPGs my friends are playing in? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not today, buddy. All right. Just wait for the camera to focus. There we go. Look.
But we should be playing Stargrave very soon.
Oh yeah.
My
Oh
miniatures-
yeah.
Maybe it was a miniature painting.
Well, we've got to play my one as well, which I can't talk about on camera.
Secrets. Yeah, we need to get that in before I start my writing course at the end of February.
God,
so I'm
yeah,
busy on
jeez.
Tuesdays as well. It's just too many things I want to do.
So Tuesdays is the day to get you right now.
Right now we're playing Star Wars on Tuesdays up until... So Mondays right now is the day to get me. And maybe Fridays, as long as... Tonight we'll either finish Vassan or we'll have to do one more. It depends. So either Mondays or Fridays for a little bit. And then Mondays we're busy again, and then Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then it will only be Fridays.
Okay, Maddie. Are you free Monday coming?
Next Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's play either Stargrave or Secret.
That sounds great.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. There we go.
Yay, we booked it in! Miniatures!
Because this thing, for a long period of my life, this has been true. I love miniature games.
I
No
love
one to play them with
miniatures
because, my
playing.
God, are they niche, you know?
Yeah, because it's like, if you're like, oh, I love this miniature game, it's like, you're going to have to like, hey, buddy, you want to invest 50 quid into this game that we can play together?
And also, it's like some of the driest rules you've ever learned.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to beat you like for 40 times before you get the hang of it.
Which is why stuff
gonna be
like Frostgrave is great, because it's like, you
Nice
can
and
just
light.
bring... Realistically, you can just bring whatever miniatures you've got going on.
Yeah.
Like, once you've made an army, you can play... If you know, you don't have to have too many different things. Same with Silver Bayonet, once again. That's just Napoleonic,
I
so...
haven't played Silver Bayonet yet.
Which we should play. Because
Yeah, we should.
I've only
Let's
played
just play all
a
of the
little
games
bit.
by that one
We
guy.
should-
McCullough.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Mr. McCullough.
Mr. McCullough. We're big fans.
We genuinely are.
Genuinely such big fans.
Great game designer.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, a little bit of white on the corner there as well, where it's full.
I was gonna say, I do things a lot in the evenings, and then my weekends are like free.
Oh, okay.
So I have weekends free a lot of the time as well.
We need to figure out how to get into the office on the weekend so we can use the terrain. That's the only problem.
Yeah, that is the big problem.
Or I guess I just go to Diceling.
That's so true. I've never been to a hobby shop and like used terrain there. I've only ever played a board game there. Oh my god, look at this!
Look at that.
Oh, that looks so good!
Look at that.
Oh, I love it.
Secret
That
technique,
looks
bro.
so good.
Just realised I've had my phone off, so I can't see the
Unlocked.
chat.
Oh wow, we've really just been chatting.
We've just been
Just chatting.
Just-
having a great time.
just completely ignoring our
Just
responsibilities.
lost in the dry
Maddie,
brush sauce.
It's 5:10. But I tell you what,
I've had a great time.
I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. I'm just gonna, I've said this a few times now, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of. Oh wait, where's the chat
Just a
gone?
little bit.
God damn it!
Chat, we need chat.
There we go. All right, just gonna get the last few bits of sea foam.
It's not perfect, but it's looking like stone. There's a bunch of places
Show
where
me
I
again,
accidentally
show
put
me
too
again.
much on. I feel like this side looks a little bit better.
This is looking good. Once you
Yeah.
start to get the highlights,
Yeah.
once you start getting like really white grey, that's when it'll all come together and you get
I
these
think
like
I'm
bits of,
gonna get on that.
sharp edge.
I wanna while we've got 5 more minutes. I mean, even though we don't, because work finished 10 minutes ago. But while we got 5 more minutes, I'm gonna have a go at doing
Chat, we just love streaming for you. What
we
can I
just
say?
love hanging out.
What can I say?
So I mean, we've missed painting.
Yeah,
It's
no, we
not
have.
like we don't want to paint. We want to paint.
Yeah.
We keep being like, oh, we'll paint this week, and then it's like, oh no, this is happening. Oh, but actually, this is happening.
Plus, it's like, it's a big investment, you know? You
Yes.
can't just paint. You know, you got to get everything set up, get all the stuff
I mean, look
in.
at all the stuff we've got.
I had to spend most of my morning building this.
Yes.
And to make sure I was still being productive, we put on a Skillshare tutorial. You
Which
know?
was very good. It
was
was
pretty good.
shows we were very productive with it.
Yeah.
It's very productive of us.
Yeah, Mr.
I learned
Jarvis.
a
If
lot.
you're watching, Mr. Jarvis, we were productive.
If you're watching Mr. Jarvis, it was very helpful. I learned a lot. Graphic design is my passion.
It is.
And I can say that wholeheartedly now.
With your full P.
With the full P. Okay. Just the driest of brushes.
The driest of
Just
brushes.
the driest of brushes for the highlights. Okay, what should I know going into doing the white? What technique?
Be so gentle.
Okay.
And then I like to work down.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
it's
like
mainly
sun
hitting
now.
the top edges.
That makes so much sense.
Look at that. Look at that.
I love that.
Just look at that.
I'm sorry, but that is a work of art, and anyone that disagrees is wrong.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You okay there?
Too much.
Too much. Look at that.
That's so nice.
I mean, would you just look?
Would you
Gorgeous.
just look at it.
Gorgeous. We
That is
love it.
lovely.
We love it. I'm just
Absolutely
looking at it on the TV
stunning.
because it looks so good on the TV as well.
It does look so good on the TV.
Again, haven't
I
really
think
bothered to paint the inside, but who cares? It's terrain, innit?
yeah, you know what? That's not what I'm worried about
No one's putting their whole eyes
until
onto looking at the edges of the inside edges, rather.
Camille do something.
Camille von Stein.
Camille von Stein climbs in there.
God. Camille
Which,
von
if you would
Stein.
like to know more about that, that is Liv's Frostgrave Apprentice.
You-
You
well,
can watch
you will-
our Frostgrave video.
Exactly, yeah. You will be able to
It's-
introduce yourself to her.
It's very fun.
I'm just going to get really white on the last bits.
Being so gentle. I'm so gentle.
The last bits, I just want there to be so much white. Because that's where it's rapids, you know.
That's rapids.
Oh, that right there, that's rapids.
That's rapids, actually. I don't even know this was actually rapids.
And that is that, and that is that, you know?
And that's rapids.
That is that. And
That's
that is
rapids, baby.
That. That's rapids, baby. That's how it works around here in the rapids.
5 o'clock is hit. And we're literally just like a soundboard. we're just emanating random sounds. I have no regrets.
I'm going to put a bit of white on the backs of these, but I'm not going to put too much detail into them because, you know, who's even looking at that?
Who's looking?
Who's looking?
I'm not.
Certainly not me, I'd say
I'm
that.
not. If you're looking, just pretend you're not. Just stop.
I'm not even looking hard enough to bother painting it, you know? And that
And that's rapids.
That is a piece of flipping terrain, I'll tell you that. What do you mean there was a problem connecting to the live chat?
Oh.
My goodness.
Is it 5? They've locked us out of the office.
Yeah, they're
they
just
cut
like,
the internet. They're
boys.
Like, go home.
Oh, wait, why is it? No, I don't want Kiss, Marry, Kill. I want the live chat.
Go home.
There we go.
Are you leaning back so far to like look? And I'm like, just bring it out here.
Harry T. Dyer says, am I the only one who thinks it looks tasty? Something about that makes me want to eat it. I mean,
No,
I
I'm
won't
with
take
you.
that as a compliment.
I said the rocks were crunchy earlier, and I would. You know, like that TikTok trend where people have like rock candy. That looks like I should like. It should
Looks
be like
delicious.
gummy
It does
inside.
look delicious. Perhaps it's made of like icing sugar, you know.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. And we're,
Just- it looks
that's
like a
us.
delicious-
We're
delicious
done.
texture.
We're
Yeah. Beautiful.
We're done.
Incredible.
Gorgeous piece of terrain.
And
did
I
it
gotta
in
stick
what?
it to mine.
Did it in what, 2 hours? I will say,
Yeah.
had I looked at this and gone back and changed anything, I would make this a slightly different colour. Make it
think?
a bit more sandy maybe, because it does blend into the rocks a little bit.
That's true. There we go. That
But you know,
beauty
we've still
of
got
paint.
still
we
got a
can go
nice
over
brass
it.
top to go on as well.
Oh yeah,
From the
that's gonna
Ashley.
look nice.
So you know, there's all sorts of things.
There's so much still to happen.
But folks, that is us. I'm going to wash this brush.
Likewise.
And then I
Still a
am
brush wash.
finito.
The gentlest of brush washing. Just a little brush wash. Washing the brushes.
You can see all the white paint I've got in this. And that's why even if it looks clean, if you've been using white
It's
paint,
not.
you really need to check. Got Brighton colours at the moment.
Oh yeah.
All this blue and white.
Blue for the sea.
And white for the seagull.
Yeah. The goals.
Goals, goals and gulls.
Goals, goals and goals. Paint feel horrid on my hand.
Yeah, it does feel gross. It's fine. Well, we can both go in the bathroom together with the soap block. Alright.
So there, I can't wait for everyone at the swimming pool to get my paint water. I'll be showering first, it's okay, don't worry everybody. I'm sure
Good to
everyone's
go.
really worried.
I'm good to go, folks. So thank you very much for watching.
Thank you! I had so much fun!
I had a great
so
time.
much!
Let's do this again.
Yeah.
Let's
do
just.
it again.
If we keep painting terrain every fortnight, eventually we'll have an incredible
We'll have
board.
so much stuff.
We will have an
and then we'll
incredible
play a
board.
really good miniature game on it.
Yeah.
And we can see all the hard work.
So thank you very much for watching, folks. We'll see you on the next one, which is actually tomorrow, because me and Maddie are going to be goose.
Or ducks.
Or ducks.
We don't know yet.
Who
'cause we
can
haven't
say?
played. But I'm excited.
I've never played this game, so I don't
Neither.
really know how it works, but it's Among Us with
Yeah.
Goose and Ducks.
great.
So join us for that. We'll be joined by Eurogamer and Outside Xbox and Outside Extra.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty exciting, especially if you like to watch the old Among Us streams. Not before that, after that, sorry, we will have more stuff coming out. We're still posting our PAX videos,
Yeah.
as you can see.
Some
Just
exciting
finishing
things.
those off. I think we should have pretty much all of those done by the end of the week. There might be one more next week, but
Yes.
after that,
Sees
we'll be
whole.
back to our regular scheduled content.
Good idea tomorrow.
Yeah. And we're going to have a week from now-ish, about a week and 2 days from now, we're going to have a video on the best board games coming up in 2023.
Yeah! There's some exciting ones.
Some pretty cool stuff coming,
I'm excited.
including a sequel to my favourite board game. So...
What? Oh yeah! You got very excited.
So, just keep your eyes open.
Some big
keep
things.
your ears open, keep your nose open, keep your bum open. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. But until then, have a lovely day.
Bye.
Goodbye.